Alrighty, good morning. It is already a scorcher here. Are you done already, monkey ass? Well, we're purring now. You were just yelling at me a minute ago. Now you're purring at me. Alright, now. Alright. Let's get our locals out there. Good morning, whoever is on YouTube this morning and on Rumble. If any, that's a bot. I'm sharing the link. Got some exciting updates this morning. Besides the fact that, I didn't melt and die last night. I mean, I guess that's a kind of a good update too, but depends on who you are. There's somebody out there rooting for that, So like that fat slob still around? How? Why are you so mean today? Holy crap, this girl. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Even though it feels like I'm stuck in the devil's butthole and I'm running behind schedule, it is still a good morning. Amen? Hopefully somebody says amen. If not, it is what it is, I guess. I still love you even if you don't give me an amen. Oh, wow. I dropped all the way back down to 1. Ouch. Apparently they didn't like that talk, did they? Oh my, that's hilarious. Copy that. Go over to this. Spread the word, not your butthole. Go to face of the book. Wow, now I got 0. Huh. Well, we'll give it a little bit of time here and see what happens. If nobody shows up, then there's Snow Lion. Good morning, Snow Lion. How are you? Alright, that's all the caring and sharing I'm doing today. For now, anyway. Well, I had people in here until I said it felt like I was sitting in the devil's butthole, and then they all left, so I guess I shouldn't say that. But it's kind of warm here this morning. But I'm good. I'm sorry I'm late. I had some packages show up this morning for the foundation that I had to make sure I packaged away where they belong. Then taking care of the animals and all that happy stuff. And as you see, I'm just in a white t-shirt this morning. Good morning, Cassie. The puppies are happy. Well, you fed them. Of course they're going to be happy. And you got that cute face right there. Supposed to be another hot one today. We were supposed to go out to eat. Did that bother you, honey? Huh. Hold on. You're going to fall. This cat moving around. He rolled off my lap yesterday and in between my calves, and I actually had to adjust myself to catch her without squishing her. Don't you yell at me. You're the one that moved. There, now go, CPs. Yeah, she's something else, all right. She has a full belly. You has a full belly, don't you? Huh. As of right now, you want to see my legs, Snow Lion? If it's not this little guy or one of the other kittens trying to climb up my legs, it's the house cats jumping on my legs and using them as a springboard in the house in an attempt to dive all the way to the other side of the room. Good morning, Jay. Welcome in, buddy. All right, I'm going to move you around a little bit here to make room for this one. All right, now. Oh, that changed your mind, didn't it? It was going to jump down until it smelled that food. So 2 pieces are here already, Jay. They were actually here by 6:30. The second one was delivered by a guy named Boris. That was pretty cool. But yeah, so we have the 2 comforter sets. And now all we're waiting on is the cabinet to be shipped, and we won't get that for a week at least. So good morning, Ann. How's your husband doing? Please make sure you stay hydrated and don't overdo it, Jay, please. In this humid weather, it's really easy to get pneumonia and not realize it again. So am I, bud. That's all we want to do is just help. So I did email her back with what we ordered. I told her that if they need the bedspread sets now, that I'll bring them in. I said, but if they can wait, I'd rather just bring everything all at once. So we'll see what she says. Wow, that was quick. I thought they said they were going to keep him 7 to 10 days. But I'm very happy to hear that he's home. God is good. What's the saying from the movie God's Not Dead? Anybody remember? He still has pneumonia, really. Then why is he home? Oh my. Did he just sign himself out because he didn't like the hospital? He wanted to come home? Is that what happened, Dan? I know it's kind of an oxymoron, me telling people to be careful and not hurt themselves and not do stupid stuff. Hi, Miss Boo. Honey, I don't think that was food. I think that was a bug. Up here. Hey, over here. Sweetheart, I put some food over here for you. What? Now you went down. Hold on. I'll put you down. I don't want you to jump and land on top of one of those. Oh, now you go over where I tell you. Ain't that some stuff? They used to threaten to wrap me in bubble wrap. I was that bad, Snow Lion. Come here, baby. No. Back up. You come here. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Damn it. Well, that opened that up at least. What is with you? Why can you not roll? Just like you're gonna roll again. You're gonna make me be mean. Back up. Well, if you're gonna share up there and you can do it peacefully, I don't care, but I try to make sure mommy and the babies get most of this. Are you quite comfortable there? Because I'm not. Because I'm going to make one wrong move and your little ass is going to go whoop. And then they're all going to be mad at me saying that I let you fall. Do you think that's fair at all? Huh? Do you think it's fair? Good morning, Mr. Thomas. How you doing, sir? Welcome in. Glad to see you. I'm sorry, Smokey. Poor Smokey's over there pouting and behind the computer because I had to spray him. Yeah, but You gotta be real careful there, Ann, because that whole thing can go from 90 to down below 70 again really, really quick. That's all we're saying. We just worry, that's all. So they at least they sent him home in an ambulance then? I miss Boo. Come on. There, I got your eye all nice and cleared out. Yes. And it says, good news, ambulance are only $45 if call wherever they take you. Yeah, so that's good compared to what I guess it would have been if it was an emergency ride. But still, you would think that that would be covered under your insurance. You gonna come over for the baby? Come on. Come on, get up here. You gonna clean the baby? This is the mommy of the runt of the baby. Yeah, look at her. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's mommy, huh? Click, 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 click. Cleaning her up. Good mommy. Yes. Oh, okay. Here, honey. Let's go over here with you. There you go. Go with the mommy. Boo. That wasn't nice of you, Boo. Boo just smacked the hell out of one of the baby kittens. And the other mommy's here and just lets her do it. Sometimes they are snow, sometimes they aren't. Unfortunately, we've had a couple doozies over the years. We had a cat. She looks. If you know who Gray is, Gray's a cat that hangs out next door now because Callie beat her up too much. But she looks just like her great grandmother, and yeah, she just was one of those that she had to hide her kittens all the time. She didn't care. If you knew where they were, you didn't have to touch them. But as long as you knew where they were, they couldn't stay there. What did I do with my drink? There it is. And one year, sadly, she made the mistake of putting them in the loft of the garage. And yeah, that was not a fun day. Because they decided to play follow the leader. And says antibiotic left till tomorrow, so see how oxygen levels are feeling then. Is he still on steroids, Ann? I'm guessing prednisone. Oh, the fun. I wish I would have had my camera set up for you to do that one. The modern day manure spreaders. Basically, it's just a thing where you hook a hose up to it, fill it full of shit from a cesspool, and take it out and you spit it all over the yard, all over the field. Well, good morning, Leo. You gonna come say hi? You just gonna lay there? Okay, cool. You might not be able to see him over there yet. Hold on, let me move it. You can see the baby daddy. I think the chair might be in the way. Yeah, it's a little sticky, that's for sure. But Leo is laying right here. Here, Chester, have some more. Leo's right back there. He's kind of blending into the sun and stuff. Yeah, today's supposed to be the last of the really hot days. They're saying we should have storms tonight. And tomorrow they're talking storms at showtime at 4 o'clock. So we'll have to see how it looks at that point. But then Friday night looks good for a fireside chat if you're up for it. Interesting, Ann. If you had a double pneumonia, I'm going to guess it's probably double walking pneumonia. That's what I had when I had it, but oh my gosh, that was back in 2007 that I had mine. And now they push that stupid vaccination on me every year. That's all I'm saying. You like the fireside chat? So do I. Well, hello, Miss Animal Farm. How are you doing? Hopefully you're enjoying the weather. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying the weather. I'm just not enjoying the heat part of it. I like that there's usually a nice breeze going. I like that the sun's up. I just don't like that he's trying to make me feel like I'm hanging out in Satan's butthole. Doing great. I am enjoying the AC. Well, I enjoyed the AC to sleep, that's for sure. If it wasn't for that thing, I would not have slept at all last night. What the world happened here now? Ugh. My phone's acting stupid this morning. Swamp ass time. It's been swamp ass time here. Sorry, y'all. I'm answering an email real quick for the foundation. I apologize. Well, I can wait till later. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Back to the chat. Thomas says nothing worse than mud butt. Snow says she's wearing winter house clothes because she's cold. Yeah, anemia will do that to you. I've dealt with that myself. Do they have you on like the 50,000 micrograms of D3 snow? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to, but I take that once a week right now. I figure with as much as I've been out in the sun lately, my D3 should be pretty good at the moment. It's always better over the summer than in the winter. I'm a Moki. Your tail's showing better, buddy. Come here, you. Come here, you. I got the willow. 1,000 micrograms D3K2. Yeah. Yep. My iron was so low after my left knee replacement because I had forgotten to take and stop my ibuprofen beforehand. So I bled like you would not believe. I had blood blisters on my knee on the outside of the incision. Yeah, it was ugly. So if your doctors tell you to stop taking ibuprofen a week or however long before your surgery, do it. That goes for any kind of NSAIDs or Aleve, aspirins, any of that stuff, right? Because you will bleed. Ooh, you sound like you're going pop there, so I'm putting you down. She sounds like a time bomb. just throwing that out there as a warning to y'all, anybody. But they ended up having to give me an infusion, and that stuff looks like tar. Snow says last summer was the first time in 5 years I was well enough to go out in the sun. This year I'm outside again as much as I can. Yeah, getting outside and spending time and getting some sunlight is good. But with the medications that you're on, you got to be careful how much sun you're taking in, how much heat you're taking in. So that's one thing that I want to be transparent about. And that is, I want people to learn from my mistakes. If I can help you not make mistakes and not have to go through some of the crazy shit that I've gone through because of not heeding, well, because of not heeding the warnings. Yeah. Usually sit in the shade of the trees. Well, even that's not 100% foolproof, though. I mean, also, what they told me after I got a new doctor that actually knew what they were talking about, I was having issues with tachycardia as I was sitting up and then standing up. My heart rate would shoot through the roof and my blood pressure would bottom out. So, we're trying to figure this out. And I have this new doctor just out of college, thinks they know everything, doesn't listen to me at all. Not a bit. My surgeon's getting annoyed with me because he doesn't like having to come see me every morning and when I'm supposed to be at home already, right? And so I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, but I said, I'm doing the best I can. But I flat out told him, I said, she's not listening to me. I said, how about getting me a primary doctor that'll actually listen? And the next day I had a different doctor. And that doctor actually did listen and did test my vitamin D levels, my iron. And yeah, he's the one that ordered the infusion, put me on anxiety medicine because from being in there for so long, I was starting to get anxiety. This is right after the hospitals opened back up after the pandemic. So nobody was allowed in the hospital with me. And that bugged me too. So, but yeah. So they put me on Zoloft, which I only took for 2 weeks and then I stopped taking that. And I was out of the hospital 2 days later. And it says, doctor last week who called me, yes, didn't, no, nothing. And I said, lack of oxygen and double pneumonia. That's crazy, Snow Lion. Yeah, I take D3 now. And I actually take a whole bunch of supplements and stuff. I have a magnesium. I can put this up now that the cats aren't up here. Make you actually look at my ugly mug. Jay says I'm still hacking up yellow stuff for mine. Yeah, it's not fun, bud. I hope it's completely cleared up very shortly and you're feeling all better. Welcome back, by the way. But at one point, I was actually taking 3 50,000 microgram doses of D3 a week. My numbers were that bad. Oh my. That said, and Snowline says I take a boatload of natural supplements. Another medicinal tea should be delivered today. Nice. You just take 5,000 each day. That would come out to 35,000 a week. Oh my. We're gonna see if my pool's open. Off to more appointments. Take care, everyone. Be safe, Thomas. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. I'll message you later. I hope everything goes well with your appointments. Did I not send Fred the link? Pretty sure I sent him the link. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure I had it right. That's all. Let me see if I can snatch up my Chester here. Hi, Chester. Hi, Bobbies. Good morning, Chester. Got your first cup of coffee? I haven't had coffee all week. I'm doing a coffee fast. Yes, good boy, my Chester. Good boy, Chester. Why are you guys all getting these black things in your eyes this year? Huh? Is there someplace you're playing? Are you playing over in that ash pit? I bet that's what it has to do with. They like to play with their in the ash pit where I dump the ashes out of the fire pit when we're done. I caught baby in there. Oreo. The runt was in there the other day. Wonder when I should start my benzazole. I'm taking some preparatory supplements to get ready. She says, oh, a little marmalade baby. Been going through stuff and can't believe all the stuff I have. Yeah, it doesn't take long to accumulate a bunch of stuff, does it? Cats love playing in filth. Yeah. then cleaning themselves up, or else, or no, they have to jump up on you, and then they'll go clean themselves up, right? Animal Farm says stuff accumulates very quickly. Yes, it does. When you're young, you just like feel like, hey, I gotta have all this stuff, and as you grow, you end up getting rid of most of it because you're like, why did I ever think I needed this? Mm. Cassie said so do dogs. Well, snow, I've seen and read some of the stuff that people have done once they've found out that they have cancer. And I have to tell you, I am not a fan of it at all, most of the time when they do it. Animal Farm said it is hard to get rid of things because you may need it later, but later never comes. Sometimes later comes. I've got to yell "Victory is mine" one time as I ran. And I'm like, I know I have that part here, and I went and found it, and I'm like, haha! And the person that needed the part was like, I can't believe you actually had that part still. So sometimes it does happen. Just not very often, if we're being honest with ourselves. Oh my. I didn't say it happened a lot, but it did happen. I promise you. I'm sorry to hear that, Snowline. That's definitely rough. Have you applied over here to see if you fit for any studies or anything that you might be able to be a part of? I know that they will. I've seen them use people from other countries in studies from time to time. No, I mean here in the States. Or you mean you don't have it? You didn't find any here either. Gotta run. See you folks. All right, Jay, be safe. Have a great day, buddy. We'll talk later. Don't overdo it. Let me look something up here real quick while I'm thinking about it. All right. Hold on one second here. Yeah, we had Solo King on the Discord server for all of 10 minutes yesterday. I don't know what happened. He ended up poof. He was gone. I'll talk to him today about it. Oops, sorry about that. There you are. I sent you a. That's not right. Dadgummit. Next Friday, I have an appointment with your neurologist to discuss your recent brain MRI results. I've been a professional patient for the last 20 years now. So I get it. All right, we're gonna to delete that message because that was not what I wanted it to do. There's that one. That might give you some stuff to talk to your doctor about when you see him. Some ideas. All right, let me see here. Let me get caught up. Ann says came home with discharge medication papers and due to sending puffers from hospital with different names. Only took a couple extra puffs first night. Hospital discharge nurse I called yesterday and said it was pharmacy's fault, not hospital's fault. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I didn't have mine at that point. 99's when Caitlin was born. I was 23 and I was in the best shape of my life in that year. My first fusion was 2009. Are you gonna smack my soda, sir? Nope, he walked away. Now, one thing that I am pretty good at is finding things. Snow Sedan, I noticed that everything related to healthcare is always someone else's fault. Nobody is ever to blame for stuff going down. Ann says been trying to phone the main hospital out of 4 hospitals that keeps records since Monday to get the medical paper to know what they did during his stay, and we'll try again today. Do they have a patient portal that you can do online, Ann? No, fusions definitely are not fun. Good morning, Ruth. How are you? How's Richard doing? Hopefully you're both doing well and not melting yet. See, this is ours, and from my I can access everything from here, all of my medical records and all that, from the one from Lancaster General Health. I can anyway. Sorry, I did not want to put my username up on the screen. I have enough people trying to hack me all the time. Doing good. Had a much better night last night. He finally slept all the way through the night. That's great. Yeah, that'll help. People don't realize how much you really need sleep when you're healing. So, oh my. Well, you have to give permission. All your records are uploaded online. It doesn't matter. That way they can access them easier. We don't have any choice in that matter, but oh my. This is from back in December. This is my vitamin D level. And that's not even the worst one. Your low number is supposed to be higher than 30. And my worst one was down around 11, 10, somewhere in there. Yeah. That's how I was. The only difference was when I had my double pneumonia, I had double walking pneumonia back in 2009. And I was actually taking online classes for cybersecurity. And I messaged all of my teachers. I was taking a full course load. And I told them, I said, listen, I have double walking pneumonia. I am supposed to be in bed constantly for the next 2 weeks. And it's finals week, right? These 2 weeks are finals. And I told him, I said, is there any way I can get an extension on my finals? Nothing. None of the teachers answered me. That's a good question. Let me go look it up, Lion. Snowline says they don't do vitamin D checks there. Oof, that's messed up. They need to. What does walking pneumonia mean? Pneumonia. Okay, this is from Mayo Clinic. It says, walking pneumonia, what does it mean? Walking pneumonia. How is walking pneumonia different from more serious pneumonia? Walking pneumonia is an informal term for a common bacterial condition. It produces milder symptoms that appear more gradually than in any other type in other types of more serious pneumonia. Symptoms may include cough, fever, sore throat, headache, runny nose, ear pain, chest pain from coughing. The symptoms usually appear within 2 to 3 weeks of becoming infected and the cough can continue for months. Ruth says I take vitamin D during the winter, but recent blood work I needed vitamin B12. I take a vitamin B complex for all that stuff, Ruth. Snow says, Gadget Lady, you must not live in Alberta. I feel sorry for your mother. She had a walking pneumonia because it's not as serious, right? But it's more annoying. It takes forever to get over. Yeah. That can be even more dangerous than the pneumonia there. And when sugars get out of whack, they can cause all kinds of secondary issues. So it sounds like it was a very, for lack of a better way of saying it, it was a good thing he went to the hospital. Hi, Miss Willow. Hi, Miss Willow. Who's that? Not my finger. I'm going to erupt. I have too much carbonation. Whew. Have a good day, Animal Farm. Be safe. Tell Mom we said hi. You take a vitamin D3 every day. You have to wait at least 4 hours after your thyroid medication. Yeah, Laura used to have to do that when she took any meds. That was interesting to say the least. Oh, he thinks he told the doctor where to go. That's always fun. That's about as fun as apparently I had a fever one night and I was delusional and Mom went to wake me up to give me medication and I told her to F off. I was 14 at the time, 15. And I'll tell you what, I woke up really quickly because I had a hand up beside the head, and not a nice, just kind of, and no, she smacked the shit out of me. And then didn't believe me when I told her that I was asleep. I don't remember saying it. And she called me a liar. That was funny. Now it's funny. Back then it wasn't funny. And it says D3 should be taken with K12 too, or K2, yeah. Cora tells us that all the time. Her said thing is for the B12, I was taking it by another doctor, told me to take it that sorry. Lost my train of thought there. Hey Carl, welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, definitely. My mom doesn't play games. Even at my age now, she'll still smack the shit out of me, man. So, but that's the way moms are. But how you doing? I don't remember seeing you in the chat before, so welcome in. Hopefully you're having a very good day. My name is Chris. They call me Sasquatch because, well, I'm hairy. We talk about anything and everything except for experimental jabs that get me in trouble. And yeah, we try and have a good time. We talk about serious stuff sometimes, like this morning we're talking about some medical stuff. I am disabled. I have a severe degenerative disc and joint disease. I've had 21 surgeries in the last 8.5 to 9 years. Waiting to have another one. And yeah. We do this to try and help people to forget about issues that they're having or to help them with issues that they're having. I also run a nonprofit that helps homeless veterans in general. So, but yeah, we have a nice group here. So, if you do Discord, there's a link to the Discord in the description, as well as a link to Rumble if you'd prefer to watch over there. Disabled there also, yeah, it happens. Well, I'm glad to hear you're having a no pain day. That's an amazing thing that when it happens, you have to enjoy it. Now that being said, please don't make the mistake of overdoing it and causing yourself extra pain later. And I know that all of you who suffer from chronic pain know exactly what I'm talking about. You start to feel good, so you get up and you're doing this and you're doing that, and you're thinking, hey, I can actually do stuff that I normally don't do. And about 7-8 hours later, if even that long, you're passed out somewhere wondering what happened, and then you're like, oh yeah, I did that stupid thing over there. He was told to drink more for a couple of days, was trying to get him to go to hospital. Pretty bad when you don't realize cap is on water bottle. And oh my. Yeah, I'd say he was a little out of it there, Ann. I'm glad you got him the help when you got it to him, because that might have got sounds like he might have been pretty close to maybe having a stroke or something at that point. So, but May I ask where you're from, Carl? I'm from a small town outside Lancaster, Pennsylvania called Mannheim. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I would not trade it for the world. How am I today? I am great, bud. It took a while, but I found some really awesome um, surgeons that have worked together to give me most of my mobility back. I'm not out here running marathons or walking 10, 12 miles a day, but I can function. Um, so, and every day above ground is a good day, right? Thank God. Um, what do you think about Trump's F-bomb? I think it was warranted. Um, you know, people have to remember that, yes, even though he's a president, all presidents still have, um, they have emotions too. They get mad just like we do. I know that's one thing I'm working on right now is my mouth. I have, when I get mad, I have a mouth that goes a mile a minute, and it's nothing, nothing good's coming out of it. So I don't have a problem with it myself. I know that they're all out there clutching their pearls, and they're like, I can't believe he said that. But these are the same people who, will talk about all kinds of sexual things and cuss all day, saying words worse than I'll ever say. And then they go and kiss their mom like it's no big deal, right? Rumble name, C-Stock1976. You are a horsefly, and I hope I get you. Haha! Where'd he go? Right there you are. See that guy right there? That guy would have bit the shit out of me. Hey, have some protein. Really, any other time you would eat it. I'm a mouthy person. Well, my name is Chris Stockham. So the C stock is just part of my last name, my first initial, and the year I was born, 1976. So, yep. My name, phone number, all email, all that stuff's out there everywhere, so it's all good. I don't worry about it. Oh my, Ann. Ann got bit in the toe by a chipmunk. That's interesting. Um, living out in the country where I live at, we get a lot of people who drop off stray cats. Hey, let him alone, Leo. Lay down, Leo. Good boy. Sorry. Baby daddy. Oh no, you're fine, bud. I was just letting you know that if you like to go to Rumble and watch videos, that we are over there. But if your YouTube's your thing, that's great as well. We do a show every. Excuse me, that carbonation's really getting to me. every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday afternoon at 4. And then every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. And then every Friday night or Saturday night, depending on which night works out better. It's usually Friday nights. We do a fireside chat where we come out here, I build a nice fire, get it going, and we watch the sunset together and just kind of sit down and talk and carry on and have a good time. So, we do run a faith channel. We do Bible studies over there. Right now we're reading through the book of Matthew. The next installment will be part 7 in that. Sunday mornings at 9, we also do a service. So, yeah, that's fine. We also have a Discord server that where you can come on. We watch movies and stuff on there. We have conversations. We share jokes. I will tell you now that it is an absolute free speech platform on my Discord as long as you are not breaking the law. Breaking the law is not a good thing. I don't like it. But that's the link to the Discord if anybody wants to hop over there. And I'm actually going to put it under community links. I try and stretch as much as possible, Carl. Stretching and keeping your joints loose as possible, your back. That really helps to get started. But mostly I walk. Yeah, we do walk and talk sometimes where we'll just walk around out here and I'll show you the mountains and stuff around me. If you're interested in more of my story, I'll get into some of my backstory and stuff. Give me 1 second though. I'm gonna put the show schedule for Snowline. That before I forget. Sunday, Wednesday, or no, Sunday, Tuesday. I confuse myself. Thursday. And then it's Monday. And Friday at 7 a.m. And fireside chat Friday or Saturday, depending on weather. Now, if it's really nice weather all weekend, you know, Friday and Saturday, we'll do a fireside both nights. Do you two mind? I got two fighting with each other. I don't know if you can hear them or not. And the fireside chats start at 8 p.m. and all times are Eastern time. That's not what I wanted to do. Stretching is boring. Well, you can try and make a game out of it, Carl. That's how I usually stretch. I try to set a part where I want to get to, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes really be stupid and I'll hurt myself trying to get to that point, you know. But I find it also helps to put some kind of soothing music in the background, such as my personal favorite is Pachelbel's Canon in D. I come to live chats like this with fewer followers to build them up while they are still blessed with privacy. I have never seen less than 10 viewers, and it is very refreshing. Yeah, we're a tight-knit group for the most part. That doesn't mean we won't welcome new people in. The more people, the merrier. We just ask that people be respectful. That's all. But yeah, it's a group of people who actually care about each other. Snow said, excellent musical choice. Ruth said she played that on the cello. Very nice. I watch Rattlesnake TV. Can't stand PBD. He's a hypocrite. The Carter family I watch. Cartier family, yeah. I've seen them. Now, let me explain why I don't like PBD. PBD talks all this shit about being free and stuff, but he's anti-gun. He's anti-2A, and that's a turnoff to me. I can't stand that. So, is that a spider crawling up the side of me? It is. I can't find it now. Oh, there it is. There it is. Come here. Come here. The itsy bitsy spider. Who did I just catch? See, that kind of a spider is actually really dangerous. I don't know if it is the dangerous kind, but it could be dangerous because of how small it is. So I am going to... Well, I just lost it. Yo! Yeah, I'm good. We have... You love a good rant? Tim Dillon thoughts. He has his moments where he's funny. And he also has his moments where he's just like acts like a crackhead. And I'm okay with both at times. So, I mean, he seems like he is genuine when he's talking, so I appreciate that about him. But as with everything, sometimes I agree with what he's saying, sometimes I don't, and that's what I think most of us are that way. We're not all going to agree. I can't think of the name of the spider now. Oh, thank you for coming back. Yeah, he came back so I can kill him now. Dead. Brown recluse, that's what I'm thinking about. Brown recluse spiders. We have those here, so. Tim Pool. I liked Tim a long time ago before he started going out of his mind. Now he, how can you donate? If you're serious, we have a website for our foundation for helping veterans. I don't make any money off of this. I do this all for free. Any money that does get made off of the show, I made $125 off of Rumble at one point when we used to go over there a lot. But yeah, they're all my accounts are attached directly to the foundation bank account, and it all goes directly to that and helping veterans. So I'm very passionate about what I do. Anyone who comes in here, if they need to talk, they can call me or email me, whatever, message me on Facebook, and we'll talk. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they're alone in this group, you know. Feeling like you're alone is the worst feeling in the world to me. And I don't like, I'll do whatever I can to make sure that you guys don't feel like you're alone. Yeah, Rumble pays. Yep. But you have to have people actually go and watch over there in order for it to pay. So I was pushing it for a while, but people seem to like YouTube better. So we're almost back in the good graces of YouTube to where we are going to be able to be monetized. We just got to get more subscribers. But yeah, we were having a conversation on the Jar Openers podcast last night, and they asked, they were talking about not knowing who is lobbying our Congress, and I said, I think our Congress people need to have uniforms like NASCAR does, where you can, you know, look at their uniform and see who exactly is sponsoring each person. You know what I mean? Carl says, I hear you. Cashback and PayPal are options for the website. But maybe if I can ask, please learn if you can, how, oh, hold on, let me go back here. Let me see here. I think it's just https:// hold on, I'll get it. I'll get you the Cash App. Okay, I just had to get a refresher on what exactly I'd put down there. That's not right. Hold on. Remove. https:// // I forgot to put the cache.app / bridging pathways. There you go. Let me click it and see if it actually works. This site can't be reached? What the world? Alright, hold on. Something's not right here. I have actually I'm like almost 400 subscribers, I believe. 360 something maybe is where we're at for subscribers right now. And I have a snowball mic that I use sometimes, but I don't like to use it out here because of all the background noise. That bird would be really, really loud if I had that on here. Ha! There we got her. That's the right link. I'm sorry. I had to remember which button to hit. Hey, you. What for are you attacking me? Huh? Why are you attacking me? I don't hold you enough. That's the problem. I don't hold you enough. That's the problem. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Carl. So, yeah, that link there will work for you. Instead of taking them back off, Ruth, what I would do is I would just go in and make it private, right? And that way nobody can watch them, but they're there in case something else happens in the future, right? Unfortunately, Carl, we have a catastrophe out here. We had a female calico cat dropped off here a couple years ago, and she had 6 kittens, and things were okay with that, right? But then the Amish neighbor left his unneutered cat out, and now we have had 7, 8 litters of kittens in the last 2 years, 3 years. So we have a overabundance of cuteness, and we're trying to get that under control. Come here, my tiny. Right here's one of the moms. She's actually one of the babies first, but then she became a mom too. This is Tiny. She's not tiny anymore. So, yeah, I went over and talked to him and said, hey, we got a problem over here. We need to, try and start getting some of these kittens fixed, and came over to see if you would help cover some of the cost. And he just laughed at me. So, oh my. Nah, you're good, bud. So let me fill you in a little bit about our. Well, hold on. Let me actually read what Ann said. Ann asked the economics development person at the municipal corporation if I could have pitched a tent on hospital corporation for commendation without police being called, but would not answer. They wouldn't answer you, really? Huh. Snow says I breed purebred cats that first Turkish Angoras and now blue long hairs, British long hairs. Nice. Rain's asleep on you. Cassie has you still have 3 or do you have 2 dogs now, Cassie? I need 1 second here, y'all. I'll be right back. I gotta take this call real quick. Okie dokie. There we go. I'm sorry. That was from Nevro. I had a spinal stimulator put in by them a long time ago. And yeah, 2 years ago, I had it actually removed and had an Abbott system put in. And apparently nobody let them know about it. So they called me asking me a bunch of information, thinking that I still had their stuff in. So, hey, thanks for hanging out, Carl. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Be safe and talk soon. Yeah, it's that time, y'all. It is 9 o'clock. I got to get going. I got to go take care of some stuff. I believe I'm going away this afternoon. But if I'm home, if you guys want to do a Bible study, we can do a Bible study. But I probably won't be doing a show this afternoon. We'll see what happens. You never know. I might get a wild hair up my butt and we'll just go live or something. But yeah. Leo's hanging out with his kittens. That's kind of cute. But love you guys. Please take good care of yourselves. Have a good day. If you need to talk, call me, text me, whatever. And yeah, be safe. Please keep an eye on things. Watch out. There are dangerous people in this country. And, you know, they do not care who they hurt. So just remember that. If you're able to, keep your strap on you. We'll say it that way. I will definitely have mine on me today if I go out somewhere. But yeah, be safe, everybody. We'll see you on Discord. Peace. We're out. Later, y'all.